Hello, good morning and welcome to The United Stand. This is your latest Manchester United transfer news show where we go through all the latest Manchester United transfer news and give it that real fan opinion. And we're going to talk, well, some big stuff to talk about today, good stuff as well. Not that it isn't every day, but we're going to start off with Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba apparently offered to PSG. Now, we've had Man City, we've had Real Madrid, now we've got PSG. Now, part of me feels like saying, Pogba gets awarded Player of the Month award for Manchester United and the press have to stick the knife in, twist it around and create some negativity like they always do around Manchester United. But the funny thing is, and that wasn't me laughing, that was something on my nose, this is to do with Duncan Castles, who is a journalist for the Daily Record, who has always had this thing around him that he is Mourinho's mouthpiece, or he's close to Mourinho. Now, what I would say is that he is the person who's saying this, that Pogba has been offered to PSG. He has been right in the past, he has been wrong in the past. He was the person who said around June time last season that Manchester United wouldn't be going for Fabinho, that Mourinho wanted Matic, and that transpired to be true. Even though a lot of us didn't want it to be true, he was right about it. And Matic proved to be quite a good signing, didn't he? But he is the one saying this about Pogba. Let's go back a little bit. Just before the Manchester derby, Pep Guardiola interviewed and asked about Mino Raiola, Pogba's agent, and said he offered me Pogba in January. Pogba did the shush, didn't deny it. Pep said it publicly, could have been sued if he was lying. Mino Raiola didn't deny it. So we've always known or suspected that we've got this ridiculous situation where our biggest star player is being offered out in January. This is not like last summer, this is January time. And now we're getting another story that he's been offered to PSG. And to be honest with you, as I've said a few times now, I don't think he's going to go. I don't want him to go. But I'm not going to be shocked. If he does go, for the simple reason, as I've said before, and as many of you are aware, transfers don't suddenly start getting sorted out in the summer. They happen throughout the season. And is it bad? Is it beyond the realm of possibility that Pogba's playing professionally for United because of the World Cup? Mourinho is treating Pogba well professionally because it's better for United, and amicably they both know that it's over in the summer. I'd be stunned, I'd be shocked. It's bad for Jose if that happens because it's another one of his signings. But why is Pogba being offered out? Why is he being offered out to other clubs? And for people who say, well, he's not, well, you might not believe the Duncan Castles thing, but I tend to believe what Pep said, and I've got no time for Pep. But if that wasn't true, you can't say stuff like that publicly, and neither Pogba, the club, or Mino Raiola denied it. That says a lot. Let's see what happens with Pogba. I think this is going to run and run. But I do think he'll stay. The next player I want to talk about is Dries Mertens of Napoli. Now, he is a very interesting player. He was virtually last season scoring a goal a game for Napoli. This season, not as prolific, but he's still getting a goal every other game. Very, very quick, very skillful, very, very good player. But he's just turned 31. Now, we're going to talk about Jorginho in a minute, who is also a midfielder from Napoli and has been linked to United in the past. But in relation to Mertens, Belgian international, just turned 31, like I said, that is relevant. He's 5'7". He's 5'7" for a start. But he's an attacker, so that doesn't necessarily mean Mourinho won't go for him. And he is 31, so Mourinho will like that. He has a release clause of £24 million. And actually, you know what? If we didn't have Alexis Sanchez, Young, Valencia and Matic all around 30, I think this signing wouldn't be such a turn off to me personally, because I like Mertens. He's fast, he's skillful, he can score goals, and I think he could work well in the Premier League. But at 31, he's never played in the Premier League. At 31, even if he does well, how many years are we going to get out of him? At 31, we've got too many players like that. It's too short term for me. But apparently, according to reports, United's links to Napoli are nothing to do with Jorginho. It's all to do with Mertens. A lot of people wanted us to go for him last year. His age concerns me, and the fact that he's never played in the Premier League concerns me as well. But I can't lie. He's got great attributes, and I love quick players like that. So let's see what happens with that. For 24 million, even at 31, he's a snip. But I think it's the wider picture of United seem to be signing too many players around that age. But we'll see what happens with it. Jorginho is the midfielder, plays for Italy, Brazilian, obviously name. Good player, likes the ball quick, likes to move the ball quick, reads the game really well. been likened to sort of like a Carrick player for the last couple of years. He's openly said he wants to play for a club that befits him, a team that presses, that when they get the ball, they're moving the ball around quickly. He said this on the international break before. Liverpool and Man City, obviously more suitable. Why would he come out with those comments if he wasn't sort of snubbing United? £35 million is what he's going to cost. I don't think we're signing Jorginho. I think he will go to Man City. I think he suits them sort of play. The reason I wanted to talk about him was for the simple reason that 35 million. You know, why is it? Manchester City spend a lot of money, but I don't think they've ever gone over 60. They never go over 60. We spent 75 million on Lukaku. We always seem to get massive transfer fees. Everybody knows Man City are swimming in oil money, but they always seem to get reasonably signed players. I mean, they got Bernardo Silva for just over 40 million a year ago. They never get ripped off. And I think Jorginho will go there. 35 million. Why can't we get good signings? I just don't understand it, why we always get ripped off. And people say, well, it doesn't really matter, it's not our money. Well, it does matter in the context of, I want United to buy 4 or 5 players. If we could get players for around 40 million, we could get 4 or 5 for 200 million. You know, it does make sense. I stand by it. But I don't think we'll get Jorginho. I don't think we will. I think Milinkovic-Savic is looking likely. And as was said yesterday about him, apparently prefers a move to United. I'm liking the positivity around Milinkovic-Savic and United at the moment. We had the bit at the weekend where there was rumours a deal had been agreed, and then we've had this week that he would favour a move to United because of his relationship with Matic in the international team. So, you know, it's starting to be a trickle effect, and hopefully more positive stories around that. And as I was saying about the Pogba thing, Milinkovic-Savic could be Pogba's replacement. You know, we're talking about Milinkovic-Savic and Pogba with Matic behind them and what a good midfield three that would be. It could be bye-bye Pogba, hello Milinkovic-Savic, which fills me with dread because Pogba is a big status name and I think we haven't got the best out of him yet. Milinkovic-Savic is a great player, but he's not on Pogba's level and he may never be on Pogba's level. It's a risk. But I think we should sign him, and I think he's got the right sort of attributes for United. Toby Alderweireld, I need to mention him. This was going off when I was live last night. People saying terms have been agreed with him. Look, of course, as I was saying before with Pogba, deals can be sorted out through the season, but this is a very different deal. This with Spurs, they don't like dealing with Manchester United. I don't think we've dealt with Spurs since Berbatov, which was how many years ago? 6, 7, 8, 9? When did we sign Berbatov? Was it 2009? So nearly 10 years ago since we've dealt with Spurs for Berbatov. I can't think of any other player we've got from Spurs since then. And that's because Daniel Levy has a problem with United because of that Berbatov deal. Doesn't like dealing with us, and when he does, he likes to get big money for it. Alderweireld is still a Spurs player. He's got a year left on his contract, which may allow Spurs to let him move, but they're not going to want to deal with us. And again, the thing about him is, I think he's 30 this summer if he's not 29. It's too short term. He has been injured quite a bit this season as well. And do we need another centre-back? As good as he is, he's a very, very good centre-back and he's Premier League proven. But do we want another centre-back who's picking up injuries? I don't think we do. I don't think we can get him anyway. I would much rather we didn't sign a centre-back, or we've got him Umtiti, who we can develop, and he's going to be around for a few more years. But I don't see that happening. I don't even know where it came from. The Pogba thing from Duncan Castles is interesting because he is meant to be the journalist who's close to Mourinho. He has been right in the past, and I think he's hit on something here that is quite clearly, there is some truth in it, that Pogba is being offered around and not, quite recently being offered around. What is that all about? Why? What I can't understand about this, and I really want to know your comments and your interpretation on this. I should have said it at the start. What are your thoughts about Pogba? Is he going to be a United player next season? And what are your thoughts on the good? Is it right? Why is this not such a big issue that our star player is being offered around? I mean, if this was Ronaldo 10 years ago or Beckham 20 years ago, then we'd be like, what? There'd be an uproar. So why are we not in uproar about this? Why is it, Pogba's done a shush? Well, it's not. That's not a denial. Pep Guardiola said it publicly that he was offered you 2 months ago. Mino Raiola didn't deny it. I'm sorry, Pogba. A little shush What's that meant to mean? Is that mean let's not talk about it anymore, or let's forget it happened, or is that it never happened? It'd be nice to know, because we are sort of being mugged off a bit. I've got, Liverpool fans who have got a cup final in a couple of weeks, and they're going, look at Pogba, been crap for you, but wants to get out. And you can't really come back with anything. What is going on with that? Why is it happening? And are we about to lose Pogba in the summer? Because if that happens, imagine Martial and Pogba going this summer. It'd be bloody ridiculous. But hey, I think Pogba will be here next year, but I just would like some clarity from either Pogba, the club, or his agent to say this is nonsense, because it needs to be nipped in the bud. Otherwise, it's going to run and run. Thanks everyone for watching. Remember to support Transfer Daily. Drop a like on the video. Get commenting below. Give us all your thoughts. It is fan opinion, obviously. And we're live tonight at just before 7 with the team news, because we're playing West Ham tonight for a watch along. I'll speak to you all later. Thanks for watching.